Episode 6 of Wednesday Season 2 is one of those episodes that makes you stop, rewind, and wonder if you're watching the same show. It starts with the kind of scene no one ever expected from Wednesday Addams Z. She's dressed in bright colors, wearing glamorous makeup, and dancing happily through the Nevermore courtyard like she just stepped out of a teen rom-com. It feels so wrong that it's actually hilarious. And just when you're wondering if you accidentally clicked the wrong show, the episode flashes back 16 hours and 36 minutes earlier. That's when Enid cheekily tells us, "This is the Wednesday Addams you didn't know you needed." From there, the story takes us on a wild ride involving family drama, hidden secrets, Lady Gaga as a mysterious raven, and a full-on Freaky Friday body swap between Wednesday and Enid. The episode begins with Wednesday, Morticia, Gomez, and Enid sitting with Principal Mort and Sheriff Santiago. They reveal that Tyler's mother is the second Hyde, but instead of exposing everything, the adults agree to keep things quiet. Francois promises she and Tyler will leave town, but you know in this show, nothing is ever that simple. Weems then drops the bombshell on Wednesday. Even though Tyler is gone, her vision hasn't changed. Enid is still destined to die, and Wednesday is the one responsible. This shakes Wednesday enough to finally ask Weems for guidance about her powers, which have been failing her. To her annoyance, Weems explains that her abilities are tied to her family bonds. Because her relationship with Morticia is strained and unresolved, her psychic powers are blocked. If Wednesday wants them back, she'll need to find emotional clarity and face her lack of empathy. This emotional angle pushes Wednesday out of her comfort zone, but that's exactly the point. Weems also reveals something shocking about Francois. Isaac Knight, a character thought to be gone long ago, was her brother. He disappeared after a lab explosion, and legend says his body was buried. Wednesday soon realizes that Isaac isn't gone at all. He's actually the zombie-like creature Pugsley had as a pet. That revelation connects everything, proving once again how deep Nevermore's mysteries go. Meanwhile, Enid is going through her own personal crisis. After transforming into a werewolf without a full moon, she begins to fear what it means. Professor Capri confirms what fans were already suspecting: Enid might actually be an alpha. Alphas, she explains, often transform under rare circumstances like blood moons, but they also carry heavy burdens, including loneliness. Enid doesn't want that fate, and her fear makes her transformation harder to accept. Capri tries to reassure her, but before she can fully explain, a curfew alert from Principal Mort cuts their talk short. The biggest shake-up of the episode comes when Wednesday visits Grandmama for answers. Grandmama tells her the story of Rosaline Rotwood, a legendary raven who once taught at Nevermore. Rosaline, now buried in the Nevermore graveyard, is said to give temporary visions to anyone who speaks the inscription on her headstone. Wednesday, desperate for clarity, seeks out Rosaline, and this is where Lady Gaga makes her grand entrance. Gaga plays Rosaline with an eerie, powerful energy that makes her presence unforgettable. Rosaline tells Wednesday to hold her hand over a flame to restore her psychic sight temporarily, warning that if she pulls away too soon, there will be consequences. Of course, things don't go smoothly. Enid interrupts mid-trance, yanking Wednesday out of the vision. This triggers a Freaky Friday-style twist. The two wake up the next morning in each other's bodies. From there, chaos takes over. Watching Wednesday and Enid struggle to pretend to be one another is both hilarious and insightful. Enid tries her best to copy Wednesday's dark, blunt personality, while Wednesday stumbles through Enid's sunny, cheerful world. Their friends notice something is off, but the two do their best to cover it up. Weems eventually tells them that this isn't the first time such a swap has happened. In fact, it's happened twice before, and in both cases, the Ravens died within 24 hours of the switch. Now, the stakes are higher than ever 8. If they can't figure this out, both could die. Wednesday learns from Rosaline that the only way to survive is by understanding the deepest truths of the life she's living. In this case, Enid's. This forces Wednesday to confront Enid's struggles with her identity as a possible alpha. At the same time, Enid begins to understand Wednesday's terrifying premonition about her death. For once, both characters are truly forced to walk in each other's shoes, literally and emotionally. Meanwhile, another storyline develops with Francoise and Isaac. Francoise has become Tyler's new master, but she's also dying. When Isaac finds her, he promises to save her, just like he failed to do before. His desperation leads him to Professor Orloff, who has been surviving for years thanks to a machine powered by Isaac's design. Isaac cruelly takes the power source back and consumes Orloff's brain, which Agnes witnesses. Horrified, Agnes follows Isaac to Tyler and Francoise, but she's caught and locked up. She manages to send a message to Wednesday and Enid before being silenced. The girls rush to save her. Though they manage to destroy the machine, Isaac, Francoise, and Tyler escape. It's a bittersweet victory that leaves the trio still on the run and more dangerous than ever. The climax comes when Wednesday and Enid return to Rosaline's grave. With only minutes left before death claims them, they confess their deepest fears and secrets to one another. This vulnerable exchange breaks down walls and restores their bond. The magic works. They swap back into their own bodies and survive. But the relief doesn't last long. Weems arrives with yet another chilling update. The vision has changed again. Enid is no longer the one destined to die. Instead, someone from the Addams family must now face death. This twist sets up the rest of the season with high stakes. Not only has Wednesday come closer to truly understanding her powers and her relationships, but the threat has now moved closer to home than ever. By the end of episode 6, fans are left wondering which member of the Addams family is going to die, and what does this mean for Wednesday's future? The episode perfectly balances humor, horror, and emotional growth. Watching Jenna Ortega and Emma Myers swap personalities is easily one of the season's highlights. And Lady Gaga's role as Rosaline Rotwood adds a whole new layer of gothic flair to the show. It's not just a gimmick. It's a game-changing twist that pushes the story into darker and more personal territory. Episode 6 shows us that Wednesday isn't afraid to get weird, funny, and heartbreaking all in one breath. With only a few episodes left, it's clear that the second half of the season is heading toward something truly explosive.